world's best gather here. XBL baseball starts now.
It's crushed to the moon, and we're tied.
He picks it up on the second, over to first in time for the double play that ends the inning.
That's gone.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Trying to repeat.
It's gone!
And homeward to the pen! This game is over!
Oh! Crushed! Left field! Off the pole!
Domingo Bell, deep center field, carrying, and it's gone!
That was hit hard. Left center field. Did she do it again? To the wall!
Swung on Bell to the deep left field. Is this baby gone? A grand slam!
Champion! The AAA World Series is over! What a line shot!
I can't believe my eyes.
The world's best.
Check, check, check. There we go. All right, we're here. I know you were missing my lovely voice. Here we go. After a great AAA match of the week where we saw an awesome split, exactly how you want the season to start on these match of the weeks, we get AA action now between Malik and J3, two of the very high-tier, top-tier opponents, both ranked top 5 in our AA. And with me in the booth is Spliff Star. Welcome back, Spliff. Nice to be with you, brother.
Hey, Uni, it's good to be back. It's been a while. Really excited about this season. Got off to a hot start with these first 2 games earlier today. We're looking to continue it and keep the train going.
All right, well, we've got 3 keys right here. I'll go through the first one, and then Spliff's going to run through the next 2. We got early inning damage, where you're looking at Malik at the pitcher's side of it. He's been struggling a little bit when it comes to just this specific matchup versus J3 in the past, where he was giving up some runs in the early innings. And so I know Spliff Star's got some stats and things like that to speak on. This is Spliff Star's point right here.
Yeah, I mean, so it comes to like limiting first inning damage for the Beholders here, right? I mean, Jay, he showed up, I think last year was his rookie season. He came like, kind of came in like a bull in a china shop, wrecked things around. We saw some great baseball from him, very aggressive. Very at the bottom of the league in walks and strikeouts, and it's really his aggressiveness that can be used against him. So I mean, can the Beholders limit that first inning damage, the first few innings? It's going to really help him out for the rest of the game if he can do that against Jay, who has been averaging. One of the stats that we found out was that he's in his last 8 games. I think he's averaging like a run and a half, 1.3 runs an inning. So in the first inning. So it is really important to stop that. And it kind of feeds into the next point too, right, Uni, which is like the walks versus the strikeouts. Again, you have Jay, who does not walk often. He does not strike out often, but he does happen to walk against the Beholders last season. I think he averaged like five walks per 9 innings, which is way above his average. So the Beholders have to know that going into this game. He needs to get kind of that out pitch. He can't the last thing he can do is put Jay on base, because that's going to make him go off. He doesn't need to have men on base to have a great game.
Yeah, like you said, it's big in a lot of series limiting walks in general, but especially against J3. He's one of the top batter eyes in the AA, and that's why you see him at the upper end of the AA ego. I believe he's at 82 or something like that, which is pretty much the top end you're going to see to start this season. It's up on par with the AAA drop downs, which is impressive enough right there, and then Malik at 75. When it comes to the whiffs, I mean, like you said, J3's not really much of a whiffer. He's not much of a strikeout guy. He's a really good player at getting bats on balls, and even if you're a little bit of a reacher outside of the zone, you can find a lot of bloops that way. And with this balanced attack at the plate, J3 is able to turn bloops into runs a lot of times because he's got a good mix of the power in there as well. And that plays into that third point where it's finding that final strike, and those 2-out I'm sorry, those 2-strike counts really for both of these guys. Can you make that third pitch? Because in Double A, it's a lot more difficult at these lower end egos to get a fastball blown by somebody or get someone to reach on a slider that might be mislocated off of the plate, things like that. So when you're in those 2-strike counts, I think it's going to be a big deal, and it really might be a deciding factor in this game. Who can make that third pitch at the right time, meaning what pitch you're throwing, when to use the 4-seam in that 2-strike count, or when to use a breaking ball, then where to place it on the corner to get these guys to get weak contact.
No, I mean, absolutely great points. I mean, there are some, I can tell you as a pitcher, there are some hitters that you want to pitch the contact, and there are some hitters that you're really banking on striking out. And you have to go into this game thinking that you are not going to strike Jay out. You know, you're not going to, you're probably not, right? It's like when I think of Ed in the AAA, Ed is notorious for having like a great eye, swinging at only balls that are in the zone. He's going to make contact. Now, is that going to be an out or a home run? You know, we're going to find out. But he's like notorious for not striking out and not walking, right? So that's the same thing with Jay. And the Beholders seem to be a bit of a disciplined pitching staff as well. Based on the stats that we saw, he gave up, you know, the Beholders gave up multiple runs, I think, in the same inning in like 17 out of 24 games last season. That's not going to fly against Jay, right? Like, he's just going to put up a couple of those innings, and all of a sudden, it's going to be impossible to come back against him, because he will, you know, he will average a couple runs just by default, just by being like a prolific hitter.
Right.
So I think it's really, really important. Get those quick outs. That, again, the full count, that pitch that comes in, we're going to really focus on those pitches. Those are going to be like game-changing pitches right there, right? Whoever comes out on top is going to come out on top in the games.
Right. Yeah, great point. Limiting the big inning is very big. And J3's coming off that hot Double-A season where he really jumped into the show last season and just absolutely took the league by storm. And Malik's coming off the back of an excellent XBL Cup run, one of the best XBL Cup runs we've ever seen from a Double-A player, making it. He went 8-2 or something crazy like that in the bracket play. So both of these guys have momentum going into this season 19. Like we said, both of these guys, Jay was number 2 in our preseason power rankings, which sometimes is accurate, sometimes not. But Malik at 5, both of these guys played a season now, so they're. If we have them ranked top 5, it's deservedly so, and usually relatively accurate. And both of these guys have played each other before now because of last season. So it's going to be an excellent matchup, and we're going to see who gets off to that hot start this season, or if we see another split type of thing like we did in the AAA. Wouldn't be surprising at all. I personally expect a split. So we're going to have Malekdragonborn and the college dropouts as our first game POV, and then we get to switch it up and see the Enemigos POV from the second game. So we're going to see both of these guys personally, how they're locating on the mound and where their reticle is at the plate. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Y'all give us a little bit of time. We're going to switch it over, and we're bringing Double-A action to start season 19. Our second set of the night is going to be at you here in just a minute. Welcome, folks. We're loading in to Big Sky Ballpark. Looks like it's home of the dropouts. And our AA set is about to get underway. AA season. Y'all make sure y'all tune in for that XBL game right after this one. And after that, the gates are wide open for everyone to play. So it's an exciting time here in Season 19. We've all been waiting a while, and it's only 4 games away from starting. But here for Malik and J3, they get the early action. We'll see if Big Sky comes into play. That left field wall, we know, has some – it's short, so it's a little bit dangerous, but if you don't get elevation on your hits, it's not going to matter a whole lot. On the mound for Malik and those yellow unis, starting off with a lag pitch, not a good sign. He's got changeup, forkball, and 2 fastballs. Decent starter here to start off his season. It's Jess McKenna.
Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of a red bar situation going on with Malik. So I don't know if he's having some connection issues right now, but hopefully this will just be a passing thing.
Yeah, we are trying to do games more live this season because it adds that extra element for the players. Hopefully the game can hold up. Elite 4-seam on this starter. That has to be expensive. Uses it right there, and he's able to get the strikeout first out of the season for Malik, and he puts that Elite 4-seam to use, well located, low and away for the first out. It's always fun to see how these AA guys change up their roster, too. You see some funky stuff in first seasons, but now that these guys have a couple seasons under their belt, we'll see how they've tuned it up. 2 outs already early here for Malik.
Absolutely, and you're gonna find people with different opinions on the Elite 4-seam. I am of the opinion that is a bit of a waste of a trait just because of how expensive it is. It's really
right.
It's really tough on the salary, but some people like it. Some people use it well too.
Yeah, we've already seen crossed up come into play 3 times for this starter. 3 drops from the catcher already, but he's able to get a strikeout and 2 soft ground outs and a clean first half of the inning for Malik to start his season. It's going to be Brian David Gilbert with 3 first names leading off for them. J3, let's see what he's got on the mound for his ace. Pretty relatively similar velo, junk, and accuracy to the starter on the other side. Changeup, slider, and 2 fastballs. No curveball in this arsenal. We'll see how the jitters affect these two. First game of the season on Match of the Week is huge pressure. See how their eye is. That one's well located to the left. I mean, it's so pixelated personally on my screen, I can't tell where that's going.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, and with the yellow and like kind of like there's a bit of a yellowish hue too going on at this stadium. There's definitely a bit of funkiness going on. I thought it was going to hit the wall personally, so I think you called it all right.
See if I can change the quality, see if this changes anything. Put it on top tier 1080. It's so pixelated, but it's fine. We're cooking. First out was hit pretty well over there to left field towards that big wall, but put away in the warning track. J3 misses a couple of low outside now to start this at bat. That one swung on it's inside the zone, but he pops it up shallow outfield. And there's the first hit for the dropouts as they're able to get a single here with 2 outs.
You know, sometimes you just square the ball up really well on those inside pitches. I see it all the time, and you get those bloops, or even that wasn't even really a bloop. That was like a decent hit, but that's going to happen if you can square it up.
This batter at the plate's got a lot of stats to be dangerous with the runner on first, 2 outs. See if he's able to make any action happen here. Not a ton of speed. Needs to hit it well to produce something here.
That was a great 2-0 pitch.
Another good pitch. That slider finds its way into the corner. 2-2 now. Worked his way back into it. Gets him swinging low. Not a whole lot of speed. Gonna probably be out. He's just in time over there at first. Didn't need a ton of speed. He's able to get there. And now Hank Green with 2 outs looking to get a little 2-out rally going. Runner on first and second.
If you're the Beholders, you're not gonna have. We just talked about the first inning runs that Jay puts up.
Dove on and caught over there from Paredes, something like that. Good dive over there at third base to prevent a run from possibly coming across if that would have squeaked through the infield. So just like that, first inning's over. 0s on the board for both teams. Looks like J3 added a Dominican flag to his uni, his little patch on there. I like that. Crossed up for the 4th time this game. Wow. I wonder if that catcher's got low fielding. That one just inside. Great eye there from J3. Now he's got a four-seam into the zone. 3-1. Changeup well located as well, and J3 swings on it early. Full count now. Tough out is engaged. A lot of contact on this batter. Hits it well, but that one's foul. Into these half-filled bleachers. And that one's low. Good eye from J3 there. We talked about the walks. It's a leadoff walk here for the Enemigos. And they've got 5 up in the order now. Angel De La Cruz with good speed on first base, looking to break this thing open and get their first runs here in season 19. Both teams being patient at the plate early in these counts.
Absolutely, and it's, you know, it was that full count pitch again.
Hammered right field all the way out of here, and J3 starts his season off with a bang. It's a 2-run shot after that leadoff walk.
It was absolutely nuked into center right field, almost 450. Went 449. It doesn't. That's 450 in my book. That's an insanely hit ball. And again, that walk made it hurt doubly, right? And the issue, if you knew ahead of time how aggressive Jay was, you want to get that ball just close enough to the strike zone where he's going to want to swing at it anyway. And it was just far enough out where it ended up in a walk, and it ended up punishing him in the long run.
Yeah, no doubt. I saw Mama Junjun guessing the distance in the chat. He was so far off. I thought this was your stadium, man. You should be able to know the trajectory. Trajectory. What are we talking about? Trajectory.
I mean, that ball was almost still rising when it got to the wall. It like just started going. It was almost like a line drive home run. It was unbelievable. Squarely hit.
Finds himself in a full count once again. He does have fastball hitter. It looks like Malik's going to go with the changeup here. It's going to find its way into the zone. Swung on softly over there to short. That was a little bit of a weak pitch with that red reticle. Missed, you're not wrong. I tried to call him out and I ended up clowning myself. Happens pretty often. I don't know if you're new here, but it happens to me almost every day. There's a lag pitch changeup, ends up low. It looked like he was going to locate it well in the top of the zone. Hopefully we don't see too many of those. Goes to the same spot he was trying for, and that one's located well again. Malik doing an excellent job locating the changeup and the elite four-seam right now. It's the other 2 pitches he's struggling with. And that one's grounded out, put away. So the 2-run home run stands as the only run so far. 2-0 here early in our AA match of the week. That one strike finds his own. Ramos on the mound. Accuracy's a lot lower than I expected. I guess that first batter that we saw had easy target. Hit well, 97 power, decent reticle, but on top of it, put away easily at first base. And Grant Green with power righties and contact righties on gives him enough stats to be dangerous here. Grant O'Brien. Another one. We saw one of these last inning, but the shortstop able to range back this time and put it away. So 2 quick outs now for J3 on the mound.
And it looks like the Beholders are struggling a little bit with that cutting fastball. You know, the 2-seam is giving him a lot of issues, especially cutting on the outside. He's just clipping it, and you know, sometimes it's a bloop, but most times it's just a pop-up.
Yeah, not really a big knock. The cut fastball is really the pitch that causes the most trouble across the league with that movement in the velo. He's able to get one up the middle right there, though, and now the pitcher comes up to the plate. Slider swung on, looked a little bit high. It was, but it's an 0-2 count. That one way high, 1-2. Swung on the 2-seam, and that one was inside. Pitcher strikes out. J3 gets another 0 on the board, and now his own pitcher comes up to the plate. They've only got 1 hit in this game, but absolutely crushed it. So still 2-0. He's playing with the lead now as the away team here in the 3rd inning. Another lag pitch there for Malik. I like these yellow uniforms. I like these pinstripes. Got a little bit of black tint at the bottom of the uni. Very nice.
Yeah, the way they fade is actually really good to the eyes, and it's unique. I mean, I don't think there is a lot of bright yellow colors in any of the leagues. Maybe a couple teams.
I added some bright yellow uniforms, but I'm thinking about changing them already. After some scrims, it's damn near blinding.
Yeah, I mean that's maybe advantage.
Maybe.
Little things like that is like always. I always think about those types of
Yeah,
things,
the
right?
XBL,
It's like
that's the type of crap you need.
Paper cut advantages, they all add up.
2 quick outs here for J3 now. As he swung on that cutter on the edge of the zone. Changeup's going to find its way in here. A lot of up top changeups to lead off at bats, and now he goes low and away with it. Just outside. Up to 40 pitches.
I'll tell you, I am a huge fan of the changeup. It's like my favorite pitch in the game, probably the only pitch I can't live without. But I like grit my teeth a little bit when I see it thrown so high up in the zone because it's very scary up there. Part of the changeup's like acumen, right? Is like the fact that it dives, right, and the pitch speed. So when it's not diving, it's a lot easier to crush. If you can just time it correctly, you're gonna crush it up in that zone if you catch it.
Yeah, I love the changeup as well, but it's not a pitch I'm going to throw up top very often at all.
Yeah, maybe once in a while it's something to throw the hitter off, right? Because they're not expecting it. But if you throw it 3 or 4 times, it gets really dangerous, I think.
Ramos on the mound still looking nice, only at 24 pitches. Hopefully we didn't get a disconnect here. Okay, good. Just an out or 2 more, and Ramos should be locked in on the mound. Hasn't given up but 2 hits so far and no walks. I'm sorry, 3 hits. Looks like Malik's supporting a little bit of camo on his uniform with that arm sleeve, but it's actually not that bad because it's yellow and matches. AA always has to work that camo in. Ooh, that one was crushable, but he was late. Had a good reticle too. Full count now. Ooh, just outside. Great eye from Malik right there. Now he gets a leadoff walk. This is the same way J3 did his damage with the leadoff walk. We'll see if the dropouts can mimic that. Good speed at first.
We'll see if like the story evens out here, if that walk will end up being something that he pays for. But let's see if the Beholders can continue. It was a good eye on that last at bat.
This one swung on decently, but it's popped way up. Center fielder ranges in and puts it away easily. Heart of his order is up. RBI hero isn't on, but look how powerful this batter is. Brennan Lee Mulligan at probably 85 on power contact. J3's aware that he does not want that RBI hero engaged. See how patient Malik can be. It's tough when you get these juicy hitters up. You want to do nothing more than hit a nuke. That one swung on early and foul. Good eye on the slider there, 2-1 and a hitter's count. Three 3-1, see if he gets a pitch to hit here. AA isn't known for walking intentionally a whole lot. I would expect to see one in the zone here. It is in the zone, but it's hit on a line to shortstop for the second out. Just a little bit off on his reticle right there. Here comes Iffy, who's 1 for 1 with a single. Has plenty of stats himself to do damage. Swings on the slider late. Up to 40 pitches now for the starter. Both teams have been working the pitch count up for these starters, having an excellent eye at the plate. Here to start off our AA match of the week. That one swung on well located. Got him swinging late because of it. Swung on that one, popped it up also on the edge of the zone.
Another 2-seam fastball, like right on the outside.
Yeah, J3 doing a good job of using that 2-seam. Whenever the misses aren't close, these guys are doing a good job of laying off anything off the plate. But you're seeing that's what we talked about in those keys. There was 2 strikes right there. He needed to make a good pitch that was close to the zone, and he did. And he was able to get out of a little bit of trouble. Once again, Malik starts off with that high changeup. Four seam, that one was meaty, but swung on late. That elite four seam helps him out there. Elite cutter here. Outside pitch engages, but it doesn't matter. Put away easily at first. We're seeing both of these starters really dealing quite nicely. Only that one swing has been crushing. Everything else, it's been hard for both of these guys to get on the ball. You can expect that early in the season, especially when you got two aces on the mound. Already waning stats a little bit for the starter, though. Velo, junk, and accuracy you can start to see dwindle. Good change up there. Tough out and RBI hero. This is a tough batter if people are on base.
Absolutely, but a great cutter there. Just really hard to lay off of.
Another example right there of a great two-strike pitch. Able to get one of the toughest batters in this lineup, if not the toughest, to ground out softly. So 2 outs now here in the 4th. Just McKenna really putting up a solid effort here to start her season. Four seam swung on late. Changeup looking up top again. This one's going to be in the zone and a 1-2 count, swung on early. Now looking for the fork ball. Good reticle, but outside. This is a good pitch here. Ooh, and he watches it. I thought that was going to be a ball. I don't blame J3 at all. What a pitch from Malik right there to get out of it. And a couple zeros on the board for him now as he's trying to keep himself in this ball game and give himself a chance at the plate. Really haven't seen much action from the dropouts here at the dish.
Yeah, definitely showing some pitching juice right there. Some great locations. You could tell it was very deliberate. Like on that fork ball on the outside, he was very deliberate about where he was placing it. He's thinking about these pitches, which is important.
I know this one hit well down the left field line. Once again, the player's so pixelated. I don't know where he's at. It looks like he picked it up though.
See him.
When he gets into that shadow, dude.
Unbelievable.
Surely it's cleaner for them. But a leadoff double, that could be huge here for the dropouts. Easily could get a run across in this inning and start their season 19 scoring off. Both of these teams scored at a pretty high clip. Not the top in the league, but upper middle of the league last season in terms of scoring output. And now we're seeing Ramos lose a little bit of stats at the plate. This is where you start to see damage happen. And that walk, now he's got 2 on with no outs and a chance for a big inning here as O'Brien comes back up with Ramos waning on the stats.
It almost feels like you have to make something happen here. You have him, on his back foot. You have Jay on his back foot. You're making some good decisions at the plate. Just keep it up.
Yeah, this is those middle innings where you have to attack that starter and force the reliever in.
And he's only given up 1 hit. There's the 2 runs, but he's shut Jay down. It was one mistake. So you just really got to give yourself some momentum here.
Ooh, heat too much. That one was meaty in the zone, but swung on late. And so now Rolland comes up to the plate. Isabella Rolland, who's 1 for 1 with a single. Pretty mid stats at the plate, but get a single or a double here. Might be able to score 1 or 2. You got good speed at first and decent speed at second. Desperately trying to stay out of the double play ball. Slider once again swung on late. We're seeing a lot of late swings right now from the dropouts. And that one's a rare swing out of the zone. We haven't seen much of that this game. 2-2 now, working his way back into it. Looks like he's avoiding the low pitches, J3. Slider swung on, third baseman dives, it's dropped. Does he have enough speed to get there? And he does. Beats it by a step once again. Third baseman had a good dive earlier, but not able to get this one. And now a tough decision. Malik decides to keep his starter in, locked in. Bases are loaded with 1 out. This could be a game-deciding sort of situation here, keeping the starter in. Desperately needs a hit. Now finds himself in an 0-2 count. Swung on. That was a strike, but he's under it. Swung low, so 2 outs as he elects to keep the starter in, gets the strikeout, and now the leadoff hitter comes up. One more chance here to get a hit with 2 outs, bases loaded. One of these moments that you absolutely need to have to win a game like this.
What a pitch.
That one's hit well left field. Can he get there? It's a drop slide. So 2 drops in this inning, and it turns into 2 runs for the dropouts. A little bit of RNG help, and this thing is tied up here in the middle innings.
Oh, just back-to-back exclamation point drops. Like, it doesn't happen like that often. I mean, the odds of that happening, you know, in the same inning is kind of nuts. But hey, give it to the Beholders. They got the runs they needed.
Yeah, really unlucky for J3 there, but Malik's not complaining as he tied this thing up now here in the bottom of the 4th. Finds himself in an 0-2 count. Still has 2 runners on here. A good hit might score 1 or 2. And it's a good hitter at the plate. Swings way inside on that 2-seam. So J3 does not get any help from his fielding there. A couple of drops turn into a couple of runs. And now this thing is tied up going to the 5th. We got a fresh ball game here.
And you know, both teams can take positives out of that inning. I mean, for Jay, I think it could have turned out way worse than what ended up happening. He should be happy with that. He's still in it with only 1 hit. And again, Malik, he got paid a little bit for the shutting down of Jay's offense, so he's got back into it.
And that one's hammered. That elite 4-seam was well located, but good job from J3 to be ready there. And now he's got a leadoff double of his own. And the mojo goes down for the starter, back to neutral. We should see the stats from McKenna. Yeah, you can see they're getting lower every pitch now. Without that locked in, the elite 4-seam really falls off on a starter like this. Swung on late, well located there. Cutter, a good eye, 3-1 count. Fastball hitter, we'll see if he swings at it. Watches another great job of being patient at the plate from J3. That was a good pitch right there from Malik, but a better eye from J3, and now 2 are on with no outs. It's looking eerily similar to the same setup Malik just had in the last half inning. 8-hole hitter up here, a big spot for J3 trying to take this lead back, and that one's not what he needs. It's over there. It's a chance for a triple play. He's only going to be able to get 2 though.
Wow.
The last thing J3 needed as he lines into that double play there. And now he looks like he's thinking about taking the starter out, decides to leave Ramos in. I think this is the cousin of Roberto Ramos. 2 find their way into the zone. Hit well, but foul. Cutter watched again. We're seeing J3 really getting patient with that cutter, doing a good job of that 4-seams, perfectly located, low and away. Good pitch from the dropouts, and that went from danger red to absolutely nothing. The game remains at 2. That double play absolutely killed the momentum, and now the dropouts walk back up to the plate looking to do damage. They've got the heart of their order up. It's Mulligan with all those stats at the plate.
You know, this is Kobe time now. I know it's the 5th inning, but like this is where the best players really like sniff blood in the water, you know, and the momentum is clearly on Malik's side right now after what happened in the past inning. So, you know, he's got to feed on that now. He's got to see what he can do here, hopefully put up some runs and steal this first game.
Yeah, a lot of these middle innings is where games are decided when these starters start to dwindle and they don't bring in that reliever yet. Up to 76 pitches now. The stats are very much down from where they started. That one swung on outside the zone, though, put away easily over there at first base. So 2 quick outs, and the mojo's up for the starter now. Looks like J3 made the right decision, keeping the starter in. Back to where he started, practically with his junk, and Velo's just 5 or 6 stats down. Swung on outside the zone again. We're seeing the dropouts get a little bit less patient at the plate. That's the 3rd time this game they've beaten it over there at first by 1 step. Not even that great a speed. That shortstop for J3 must have a pretty weak arm, because that's the 2nd time we've seen what looked like a routine ball turn into safety over there at first. This one's popped up, but it might be trouble over there in right field. He's diving and just outside the glove. Almost an insane play from the 2nd baseman. J3 almost an early candidate for highlight on the roundup show, but just outside of his reach. And now with 2 outs, Malik has a chance to do some damage. Slider just outside. 2-0 count with 2 outs. Ooh, 93 power, but swung on late. Changeup swung on late. 2-2 now in a big spot here. Another late swing. Good job by J3 choosing to use that elite four-seam, or I'm sorry, that four-seam fastball right there. And that's back-to-back innings. Both of these guys have put a lot of pressure on the base pass, but not able to convert anything. The pitchers are absolutely dealing right now through 5 innings in our first AA game of the season.
I mean, if I'm Jay, I am so happy right now. I mean, this is a great scoreline. It just seems like, even though, you know, he's Malik's gotten out of a couple jams, it seems like Jay has really been shut down outside of that 1 inning with the walk and the home run.
And now we got a full count after 2 lag pitches. We'll see if he can find the zone here. It's popped up. That's a really good piece of hitting right there from J3. That was perfectly located on the inside, and that's one of those pitches that a lot of people are going to watch, going from inside at your knees into the zone. Swung on, though, leads to a leadoff single, and he's got stealer and a lot of speed over there as well. Now the Enemigos find themselves here in the top of the 6th in a situation where they definitely could do some damage, as the starter for Malik is waning here in these middle innings. He's got the heart of his order coming up to the plate. He goes for that steal on the changeup, perfectly timed, and he's going to be safe because of it. Excellent job there. He's got a runner in scoring position now with no outs, and he check swings on the cutter. Four-seam in there, strike, still pumping 97. This one's going to be in the zone, swung on, put into center field. We'll see if he tests that arm out there. Cannon arm. I don't know if you want to test that. Oh, it's dropped.
Wow.
That would have been out. I was about to say you don't want to test that, son, but he gets the lucky drop. Now 3 errors for J3 and the Enemigos. And that's been, or I'm sorry, that one's from the dropouts. 3 errors have turned into 3 runs in this game. 2 for the dropouts and 1 for J3. He gets a little bit of revenge with the RNG there.
Just, we've seen some crazy, I mean, it feels like it's only the 6th inning right now. It's just some crazy things happening in this game that, you know, usually takes a couple games to see, but we're seeing them all in the same game here. What an opening day.
Yeah, the drops. I wonder what the fielding stats are on these guys, because all 3 drops, sometimes they don't matter, but in this game, all 3 drops have absolutely resulted in plays. And now that RBI hero was engaged on that batter, and you see him walk it. Probably the right decision there, but look at this. Angel De La Cruz is up. He's got the home run in this game. He's got clutch engaged with 3 bars, and he's got 2 runners on with 1 out. Both have good speed. Swung on up the middle, dropped by the pitcher, but can he turn it to first in time? And he does.
Wow.
That's one of those that could have easily gotten past the pitcher. Good job knocking it down right there. Oh, this is a weak pitch. Watch, though. Runners are both in scoring position. 0-2 count. McKenna desperately trying to get the last out, probably the last out we're going to see from her in this game, and it's a strikeout. That elite 4-seam low and inside. And now only 1 run comes across off of that drop from the catcher. Could have been much, much worse. That seems like it's been the story of this game. Has it not, Spliff? It seems like things could have went real sideways, and they keep getting out of it.
Absolutely. I mean, you're really like 1 swing away from this game blowing open on either side, and this has happened like multiple times for both teams. So, what more can you ask for, though? This type of exciting game we're looking for. It's tight still, and yeah, I feel like the biggest surprise is yet to come. So,
yeah, this feels like one of those games that's going to have a blow up moment. But once we see those relievers come in, it's going to get a lot harder to score, I would imagine. We're probably going to see McKenna pulled right here. Was a good outing, really only gave up 1 mistake pitch. Other than that, excellent job to start off the season. Ramos still in as the starter for J3. Locked in, still on the mound, giving up 8 hits, but only 2 earned. Outfield is shallow. That one's popped up, and the shallow outfield's going to pay off. Oh, okay. First baseman's able to get to it. So after that weak pop out, it's 2 outs now, and the 90th pitch is coming for Ramos. Top end of the order is up for Malik, and he grounds this one over to second. So that's going to finish off our 6th inning. We're getting into our 7th inning stretch now. We're going to see what reliever he brings in. He's electing to go with the low velo, high junk, high accuracy build. It's a little bit of a switch up from that Elite Four seam for sure. We'll see if J3 is an off-speed hitter or not. 5-pitch arsenal on this reliever. Oh boy. A little bit of a red reticle there. Consistent as well. This is a very good reliever. Oh no, a lag pitch. So it's a 3-0 count now. Curveball, first curveball we've seen in this game. Exactly where you want it.
I was muted, I guess. I was going to say the red reticles become extra dangerous now, too. Because all it takes is one swing now to just change the whole tone of the game.
No doubt. This slider's on the outside of the zone, fouled away, full count. Looking at the changeup. This one's located well from Ruben on the mound, and he watches it. Good strikeout there.
A great pitch.
Mind gamer on this batter, a little bit less accuracy now on the mound. Once again, elects with that cutter low and away. First pitch, he's been going to that often. Slider outside, good eye. That one probably looks nasty from the hitter's perspective. Swung on, second baseman can't get there in time. So J3, it's been a while since he's really done much. But he once again has an opportunity. His pitcher's probably going to get pulled out. Yeah, and we've got decent speed on first base. It's Junior Ramirez with power versus righties. Another steal from J3. 99 throw, and he's out.
Wow.
Just in time. Needed every bit of that 99.
Literally took the words right out of my mouth. He needed the 99. Anything less than that, that's safe.
Huge play. Catcher makes up for that drop a little bit. That slider was weak, though, and hammered through center field.
Probably got a little bit lucky that it just went into center field. I mean, the slider is such one of those, like, high-risk, high-reward pitches. And you saw a bit of the risk there, I think, with how hard it was hit.
Yeah, it can be really tough for people to get a bat on, but if you leave that slider out in the open, it's one of the easiest pitches to crush. And that one's put away, so still 3-2 now going into the bottom of the 7th. The dropouts, the advantage is their home stadium, so they still have 3 at-bats to go. We're going to see a reliever come in for J3 now. Looks like some pretty mid stats. The hits have slowly started to even out as J3 started to hit a little bit better at the plate, and the dropouts have been pretty quiet as of late. They did get some people on base with some walks, but not a whole lot of hitting. Rally starter is engaged for this shortstop, number 2 hole hitter. 4-pitch arsenal, no moving fastball and no curveball. Another one of those interesting AA pitcher arsenals. That one's only 66 power. That slider was pretty weak on the location. It's popped up over there towards center and put away. Clutch is on. Now you're looking at 90-90 for this hitter at least. So far, just been hitting it to the infield. Does have one single, but with a batter like this, you would expect much more. That one's popped over there into a gap, so he does get on base. Clutch again, back-to-back clutch hitters, and he does need something clutch to happen as the game's starting to get late. Swung on early.
It's a great changeup.
This one's lined to third base, a chance for 2. It's on to second. It's over to first, and it's in time. J3 gets the double play that he needs. Shuts down the dropouts.
Definitely a killer double play there too. And the game is flying by now. Like every one of these outs becomes exponentially more important. So a double play is just going to take the wind right out of your sails at this point of the game.
This one's hit well towards the shortstop, able to snag it. Thought they might need a dive, but no need. There's the first out on the second pitch of the inning. Wow, this is his 3-hole hitter. This might be one of the weaker 3-hole hitters you'll see. Good change up there, low and in. Pinch perfect on this 3-hole hitter as a starter. Hang on, it's hammered on field. Is it going to get out of here? It's all the way back. It's caught at the warning track. That was so close.
How did that ball not even hit the wall? That is insane. That ball just died out in center field. That was crazy. Yeah, the pixels really threw us off
know,
there. I mean,
it's
that
hard to
ball looked
tell.
like it was at least gonna hit the wall.
And now swings at one way inside, so almost a solo shot, but nothing comes from it as it flew out to the warning track. And here comes the dropouts once again. They haven't scored now in 3 frames. Only 2 more innings to go for them at the plate. Some of their best batters are going to be up right here. If he gets into the 9th with nothing, he's going to be at the back end of his lineup. Might be his best opportunity to score here. J3 desperately trying to get his first win of the season as well, clinging on to a 1-run lead right now. Thanks to a catcher drop at home plate. That was a great cannon arm throw. Only 52 power on that swing.
Yeah, and generally, Malik generally has been low on the power side. I think if he looks back on this game, he's going to maybe think he should have probably charged a little bit earlier on these power pitches. And to be fair, Jay has been mixing a lot of 2-seamers. It seems like his swing is meant more for the 4-seam, and that's why you're seeing a lot of these missed power numbers.
Right. A great dive out there in the shadows. Went from... I thought that for sure was going to hit the ground, but once again, the shadows, you can't tell. Why is there so many left field plays? We need the ball to be anywhere but left field.
Seriously, it's always a mystery. It's going to be a mystery for all of us until the ball actually hits something out there. So it's definitely adds a little intrigue to the game.
A roundup sort of highlight if you could see it, but you can't. So Haxford at the plate with a single and a walk so far. 1 for 2 on the day. Check swings on the slider inside. Gets the looking strikeout. This batter up much weaker without the power and contact versus righties on. And now locked in as the SPRP. That's really a tough SPRP. That's going to be one of the stronger builds that you see. Really a decent pitcher with this locked in. Only at 17 pitches too. Pressure bar's at 4. One swing in the bat can change everything for the dropouts. They watch 3 balls go by in a row. I would expect him to come at O'Brien here, not a scary batter in terms of stats. Swings at the slider up top, would have been ball 4. Now finds himself in a full count. There's the 4-seam inside, swung on late again. And we're going into the 9th inning, still have a 1-run ball game, and this is exactly what you want on Match of the Week, and the league office does an excellent job putting these matches together where it seems like there's always so many close games. And we're seeing one right here to start off our AA.
Absolutely. A little lower scoring than what I expected to see actually in the first game here, but definitely competitive.
Yeah, the pitching has been really a strong point for both of these guys, finding a way to get outs when they need them. See, I'm telling you, AA always has to find a way to bring some freaking camo into their uniform. He's got a camo sleeve on this batter. What is up with it, man? That one's high, 1-1. Pitcher's stats are dropping a little bit now. Doesn't hurt this guy too much because of the low velo. It actually might help even a little bit. That one located well, swung on well, but the center fielder is able to put it away easily for the second out. So now Malik, he needs to get one more out to give himself one last opportunity at the plate. Pressure bars are going to be at 4 for the rest of this game, no doubt. This one's going to find its way into the zone. Swung on Axford over there. Can't get it right outside the glove. So we see a 2-out base knock here. J3 trying to stretch this lead if he can. Looks like he might be thinking about a pinch runner, and he does. He's got distractor and stealer. Great slider on the edge. Looks like he's going back to it. Turn to first, though. Another well-located slider here, and it's a steal, and that one might be in the outfield, and it is. He's running towards third now, and it's missed by the center fielder, and he's going to round all the way to home. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no.
Brutal, and just a humongous run. I mean, I mean, what more can you say? You know, it's doubly tough now to get that back. It was just a brutal way to give it up.
Talk about a huge pinch run sub, dude. Pinch runs, takes the steal, and it turns into a misplay in the outfield and a run, and that run might be the differential. Now you don't have to worry about a solo shot. You can pitch a little bit more aggressively on the mound, and this SPRP is locked in right now. This is not an easy spot for Malik. Is J3 thinking about subbing?
I think so. I'm not.
He better have a beast closer. Okay. Yeah, he did pinch run for a starter. It looks like he has a pretty decent fielding third baseman to bring in behind it as well. He's still thinking about subbing something. He does bring in a beast closer. Look at all that velo and junk. Only a 3-pitch arsenal, but Malik has been swinging late. So this velo might really cause some issues. Surprised to see him sub with the way that SPRP was cooking, though. Three outs to work with as the dropouts are trying to get a win for their home fans here to start off their season. That one swung on well, slider, but it's over there to left field, and shadow or not, I'm almost positive that one's easily put away. Should see a pinch hitter here. Going with the righty. Righty on righty sub is interesting, but this does look like the strongest bat. Has stimulated, but not engaged. Great slider low and away there. Four seam swung on, popped up. First baseman ranges over and puts it away. 2 outs now. J3 sitting an out away from getting his first win in season 19. That one swung on up the middle. Second baseman puts it away. And so J3 and the Enemigos on the road, able to get their first win in season 19, our AA match of the week. A good back and forth affair. Both guys really pitched exceptionally well. And we see a good ball game to start off.
Absolutely. And if I'm Jay, I run out of that stadium ASAP with that win. Feels a little bit like he stole it, which is the great teams do. The great teams do steal games like this. You have to be able to take advantage of off days when Jay's not playing that well at the plate, or you're having a good pitching day. So hats off to Jay. Hopefully Malik can get it back in the second game. Good pitching day. So
yeah, on the bright. Oh, what is that? Okay, yeah, on the bright side, we see a close game right there, and that's exactly what you want in a match of the week. You can see why both of these guys are proven commodities in the AA with the way they were able to pitch. And we're going to have game 2 coming at you. It's going to be the Enemigos POV this time, as the home team is going to be J3, and now they're up 1-0 to start their season, and the dropouts trying to desperately get a split here and not start off 0-2 for their season 19. Y'all give us just a minute. We'll switch everything over, and we'll bring game 2 right at you. Y'all give me a second, bro. No complaining. Okay. All right. We look clean now. I don't know what stadium is this. I think I missed it. It's like
Stade
Founders or
Royale.
something?
This is Stade Royale.
Oh, okay. Stade. Is that how you say it for real?
I believe so, yeah.
There's no way. It's got to be
What- how do-
Stade.
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's. I mean, how do you say Royale? You don't say
Royale.
Royal. Yeah, right. You don't say Royal.
But
right?
Stade.
Yeah, but
Stade.
it's. I'm guessing it's supposed to be another language, or. Well, yeah, it's French. Yeah, Stade.
Okay. Spliff's right says Wishbone, but I don't really believe Wishbone. We'll just go with it, whatever. We're at Stade Royale, and it looks like on the mound.
Get cultured, Uni.
I mean,
Get cultured.
when
is
have I
it?
ever been a guy that is
Unbelievable.
a speller or pronouncer, bro? It's not my specialty. Okay, my specialty is beating Wishbone, actually. We got a couple of quick outs here from J3 on the mound. J3 was able to win game 1 to start off his season. And it looks like on the mound, he's got a really good starter. It's got low junk, but a lot of velo, and that could bode well based off the way last game went where Malik was late on a lot of swings. So we'll see how much he abuses that four seam. He's got a very interesting arsenal here. No changeup and no curveball. Composed and falls behind are the traits. Gets a swing on that pop-up from the four seam. And so 3 up, 3 down, and the Enemigos walk up. They're trying to start their season off with a sweep. And the dropouts are trying to get a split here to start their season. No one likes to start off 0-2, but definitely happens against these top-tier teams. You could even play well, and when you're playing a top-5 team, it's just really tough. And we're seeing the opposite sort of starter here. Low velo, high junk.
Absolutely, and I'm going to tell you, getting a sweep in the XBL is one of the hardest things to do. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, sweeping a player back to back, like in 2 games, is very difficult because there's a psychological aspect to it too, right? Like, the team that lost is playing with a little more oomph, right?
No doubt.
Generally, it's just kind of like human nature. So, the Beholder should have taken a lot out of that last game. A lot of like wins. You know, non-stat like stat line wins. He can definitely compete here.
Right. Yeah, it was definitely not any sort of blowout or anything like that. Even though we saw Fireball Max get blown out in our first AAA game and turn it around and win. It was only a 2-run loss from Malik, and really that one home run was the big turning point in that game. And now 3 up, 3 down for both teams. So just like last game, a clean first inning. This falls behind with that accuracy. I think you're going to see a lot of first pitch balls swung on the ball and able to get it through. If I'm Malik here, I'm really going to be patient on that first pitch with that trait and that accuracy. But he swings one up the middle right there to get a leadoff single. That one's actually located really well on the screwball, just low though. Another well-located low and away. He's going 3 times in a row now to that low outside corner. Swung. It might be trouble over here, though, as they're all making a race for the bag, and the second baseman gets there. Interesting.
That, I thought that was very close to safe right there. It gets sketchy when all the players kind of like, you know, you can't assign a player to run after the ball. There's a bit of AI involved there.
And he actually goes to third right there on a pretty bad swing on a fork ball. He's able to get that lead runner. No diddle saw from Malik right there. Just sent him full speed to third. So it's a runner on first now. Nasty screwball in the corner. Really aggressive pitching to start off here from J3, and he does get the strikeout on that four seam. 3-pitch strikeout there to end the second. One hit in both innings so far from Malik, but that's all. We'll see if J3 can get a few more hits this game. I believe he got out hit last game. That home run really was the big difference. We're seeing a lot more of a traditional arsenal on this starter. That one's hammered left field, and Stade is gone. Home run solo shot. J3 just like last game. Stade.
That's right. It just right down that left field. I mean, it just squarely hit the ball. There was no
no doubt about that one. There, it was just a mistake pitch.
That's the exact swing you want on a pitch like that. Low and away, swung on just slightly late. So we've seen the power show up for J3 to start off both games. A 2-run shot in the first game and now a solo shot here. And once again, Malik is going to be playing from behind. Man, this stadium is bright, but I really like this stadium out here actually. I don't know if anyone in the XBL plays this.
No, I mean I
boy.
actually flirted. Wow, nice
Close.
base run
Cannon
there.
arm's scary.
I've flirted with this stadium a few times in the off season, and it's that center field is really funky. There's just like this little corner in that center field where the balls seem to end up there. There's not a lot of center field home runs, and they kind of just trickle out there. It's a really funky area to play.
Yeah, it's got that weird corner for sure. A lot more traditional left field. That one's popped up over there to left field. So there's a runner on second and one out. Both pitchers have fall behind, actually. I used to play falls behind until I got into the XBL, and I realized one bad pitch is just going to get cranked like J3 did right there from left field to right field. And he's got 3 runs now on 2 long balls, and J3 takes control of this game now here in the second inning.
Feels like J3 is playing a little looser in this second game now. After, feeling like maybe he got a little bit lucky in that first game. He's playing a lot looser, and you can see it with his bat.
Yeah, that's the advantage of winning the first game is you can play much more loose and free there in the second one. He had 98 power on that swing. We're seeing him time up this lower velo very nicely. Some pitchers thrive on, some batters thrive against the low velo, and J3 looks like he might be one of those. Bo Dangles made a good point in the chat. J3 was top 3 in home runs last season. That's with a double-A that included Prestone and Simon, who are both very well-known long ball hitters. So that's actually quite impressive to be in that conversation. That one squeaks by the second baseman, so still alive and kicking here after a couple of home runs. He's got a runner on first. Not much power on this batter, but he does have enough if he can really get a hold of one. Ooh, swung on late. Curveball, that one's hit to the shortstop, should be put away for the third out. 3 runs come across for the Enemigos. And once again, they're playing from behind is Malekdragonborn and the dropouts. He's going to have to get those bats active. It looks like this is a sort of game where J3's destined to put up 5 or 6 runs at minimum.
Absolutely. I mean, the Beholder showed great patience in that first game, but I think you're going to need a little bit more than that in this second game. Now that you have that 3-run lead, you're going to have to start, taking some shots here, making some aggressive swings. Like, both of these are great pitches to swing at.
Yeah, and J3 is pitching extremely aggressively on the mound. Super late on that 101. Can't blame him. But so far to start off this game, J3 is hardly throwing any balls, just absolutely attacking the zone with that 4-seam, and he's locked in now. That's probably 90 on velo for this pitcher. That one swung on well. Slider was well located into the zone. It's nice that we can see left field here and see what's happening.
Yeah.
Rolls right by him. So there's a 1-out double. Malik, that's what he's been good at today. He's been poking stuff down the left field line and finding success over there. Needs to pair a couple of hits together though. Swings on the screwball inside. Once again, attacking the zone. That one's 100. It's too much. He already lost his locked in after that one hit. Back to a measly 100 mile an hour on that 4-seam now. You can see Malik starting to learn how aggressive J3's being. He's swinging early and often. Swings right there. Sends him home. It's a good throw, and it's in time. No drop from the catcher here. Throws him out from center field. Oh, if he would have stayed, we would have finally seen that RBI hero pop up on Mulligan, too.
Wow.
Balls behind is really not causing any issues. J3 doing an excellent job locating. Looking like a Von Asen level pitcher here to start off the season. Thinking about four seam, goes to it, way up top. Once again, gets him swinging up high. This one, Malik isn't lucky enough to get it into the outfield. So a little bit of danger there. He had runners on second twice in that inning, but not able to get anything. That's the difference right now, really, in this series so far, Spliff, is that J3's got 3 home runs. Malik hasn't really shown any power so far. The inning that he did score last game, it was RNG help because of the slides.
Definitely, and I mean I can see for Malik. Oh, and this ball is just jammed by
There's
Jay.
that corner you're talking about.
Absolutely, and it's just gonna roll around in there. That's an easy triple usually,
Cannon
just
arm.
from the distance. Oh wow.
That cannon
I still
arm,
think he could have beaten it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think he could have got it, but when someone's got cannon arm, I don't know how to judge it. It's so hard to judge.
It's a deterrent for sure. It's a deterrent. It's a great deterrent.
Yeah, no one really uses it in the XBL. I think Snowbird might have, and that was it. Tef talking trash about the cannon arm, dude. Let me see you put it on your roster then, bro. Let me see you spend 30K on it, bro. 1-2 count. Ooh, changeup right there on the edge of the zone. Here comes RBI hero, Jeffrey Encarnacion. Spell that one out slowly. Pitcher back to neutral now. Up to nearly 40 pitches here early in the 3rd inning. This is a scary batter to pitch to. He's able to place a curveball really well on the corner. Gets the pop out and gets through the toughest batter in this lineup and leaves that runner on second. Exactly what you need there if you're the dropouts. And now he's trying to get one more out and get out of this inning. Another curveball. That one's just inside. Good eye there from J3. Finds himself in a 3-0 count now. Good patience here. Oh, that one's right down the middle, but he's sent that reticle just slightly right, and because of it, it doesn't get out. That could have been a trouble. That's one of those pitches that's so down the middle that you miss reticle it.
For sure, and Stade is one of the bigger stadiums, so that ball might be out in a handful of stadiums. Other than Stade, it probably stays in like Bengata and in Shaka. But
Bengata, you mean Bagade?
Bengade? No, sir. The
That
disrespect.
one's French, bro. It's also French.
Unbelievable.
Swings on the screwball way outside. Malik looks like he's in his head a little bit, and that's what happens. J3's doing a good job. He's really using a page out of my book that I like to use whenever I was in those lower leagues. Start off extremely aggressive, and you'll start to get some chases in those middle innings. He's doing it to perfection here, locked in on the mound again. That one's well located up top. You could tell with that windup at the plate, he was way late on that power meter. Swung on inside again. That velo on the starter has proven to be far too much right now for the dropouts. Screwball just outside. That one's perfectly located slider. Going to the screwball again. This one looks like it's going to be meaty. Is it swung on? It's not. So it's a 1-2 count. Look at that four-seam again. That's been his go-to two-strike pitch, up high four-seam. Looks like he's going to it again. It's well located. We'll see if he holds off on it. He pokes into right field. Awkward-looking jump, but he's not able to do anything. We've seen 2 high fastballs get dinked into shallow outfield now, which is something that can definitely happen. Screwball's in the zone, watched again. It's a big spot here, really, if you're the dropouts. You've got a decent batter up to the plate. You need some sort of momentum to carry you into the next innings. Right there, he hits it right into the pitcher. Knocked down and put away easily, so another 0 on the board. J3 cruising on the mound with that high velo starter. And now steps back up to the plate. Almost put a jolt into one last inning that died just short of the wall. Looks like he's plenty comfortable at the plate right now against Creamer on the mound. Malik hasn't really been struggling too much. His accuracy's really been decent on the mound, but J3's just been hitting well. That one was pretty close to the edge of the zone, but he loops it over there into right field, and here comes Paredes, who's got fastball hitter and has a home run in this game, has a chance for another 2-run home run right here with a runner on first. Swung on. Is it going to get out? It's a curveball that's dying back there, and it's put away. Uses the cannon arm unnecessarily there. Right, he's been just slightly off on his reticle twice now to center field. Good pitch to start off there, that signature changeup to start. Malik's been doing that a lot. Curveball way up top, gets him to swing on it. That curveball's got so much drop with all that junk. Tough to tell when it's going to fall into the zone. I think that one was just at the edge of it. Yeah, good pitch. So runner is still stranded on first, and the pitcher comes up to the plate. That one gets by. It looks like he's going to be safe at second. No throw in. He's thinking, he's debating, he's deciding, and he throws it. And that one might get through the gap. Second baseman not able to get there. He's going to send him home again. Decides to turn back this time. Not much speed rounding third there. And now J3 with 2 outs and runners on the corner. A chance to expand this lead already at 3 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Our Game 2 match of the week. I'll make sure you tune into the XBL match of the week. It should start pretty much directly after this, and you're going to see a lot of that if you tune into it. That one's hammered to left field into the gap. He's got base rounder coming around second. Cannon arm's going to keep him at third. Now he's deciding. Ooh, he turns back to third, and he is safe. So a great hit there from the Enemigos. And now with 2 runners in scoring position, a chance to do more damage already at 4-0. Fastball in the zone and watched. I haven't seen a ton of 4-seam action from Creamer on the mound. He's tense now after that hit.
That's high.
1-1. A big hit here could really put this game out of reach. The way that the starter has been pitching for J3. Good eye there. Works it into a 3-1 count. Swung on. Is it going to get through? Shortstop dives. It's dropped, and now does he round towards home? He does. A late decision, but it's not going to matter, and he's safe. So a drop there from the shortstop leads to an extra run. I don't think he had him at first anyways, and the lead is up to 6 as the Enemigos early in this AA season looking very dangerous against one of AA's top teams. And now a steal, and he's out.
Wow. Staying aggressive there for sure. I mean, he's smelling the blood in the water now too. And it's just unfortunate for the Beholders there. I mean, there were a couple outs, easy outs that just kind of trickled past the infielders, and that's, you know, that's what's going to happen against a premier hitter. He's going to take advantage of those.
Yeah, J3 all the way at 6 runs now. If you're the dropout, you really need to get your bats going. You're into the middle innings now, and this starter is cruising, looking just as good as when he started. His mojo went down right there, back to neutral, but still plenty of velo to pump it by you. Slider was really weak into the zone, but swung on late. Screwball outside, good eye there. Hittable, but late, still pumping 100. It's the pitcher at the plate. Swung on that like 4 seconds late. Up top 4-seam, that'll do it to you. Isn't it interesting how when people throw a 4-seam 6 inches above the plate with 2 strikes, it looks so much juicier than any other time?
Absolutely.
On to short and a chance for a double play. Good speed down the line, but a good turn with the 99 throw and needed it, so really quick inning there. As the starter for the Enemigos is absolutely putting on a clinic. And with a 6-run lead, you're starting to talk about a little bit of run rule territory here, the way they've been swinging. We see the SPRP come in now.
For sure. I mean, this game feels more of like, I think, what we expected to see from Jay as opposed to what we wanted to see from the Beholders. And, you know, it seems like though that first game we had a little bit of jitters involved. He snuck away with it, and this is the type of Jay that we're probably going to be seeing throughout the season. Just very disciplined, very deliberate. You know, gets that ball right up the middle. I don't even know if that ball was in the zone, but he made enough contact to get it right up the middle.
Yeah, Jay already looks like he's in mid-season form, and Malik looks like he hasn't been scrimming quite as much, and that really can be a difference in these early series, how active you were in the offseason.
100%.
That one just inside, good eye. J3 really locked in at the plate with his vision. That one swung on down the line, left field. Third baseman snags it. What a grab over there.
Unbelievable play.
Perfectly timed. That's one of the best dives you're going to see at third base. And that could have really snowballed into a huge inning, a possible game ending sort of inning. So that's huge for the dropouts. And now he turns it into a possible double play opportunity. Turns it. It's on to first, and it's put away easily. So that dive at third completely changed that inning. What could have turned into a runner on second and third turns into nothing. And now the dropouts come back up to the plate once again. So far, 6 hits and no runs.
Yeah, running out of outs now. Again, got to try to get something here, trickle something across, gain that confidence, gain a little momentum, and hopefully watch it snowball. But yeah, as of right now, Jay's doing a great job.
Right there, that's one of the better swings we've seen from the dropouts so far in this game, and that's what you want to do, get you a hit at a time and just build on it. A good leadoff single there, and now he's got the best batters in his lineup up. A good opportunity to get this pitcher off of locked in and possibly back onto the pine. Swung on late. That four seam really causing issues still. It's pumping 100 still. Triple digits. Good eye there. Works it into a 3-1 count. Has composed now. It's going to be in the zone. Swung on late, but he is catching up to it now. Looking at the screwball. It's well located as it swung on. It is another one. Great at bat there from Malik, and he's starting to do what he needs to do. Just piece a hit or two together, and maybe he can introduce the power ball. Has yet to hit one over the wall so far in this series, but no doubt Malik's definitely someone that can send one over the fence.
Absolutely.
Velo's starting to drop now as he lost his locked in. And it's paying off as he's able to catch up to the fastball there, but oh, that one almost got over his head.
I thought that ball was going over his head based on that angle. Again, this game is playing tricks on us right now. That was very scary. It would have changed the whole angle of the game at this point. Yeah. Wow, and that's definitely going to drop him.
And now he's going to round. It's Cannon Arm in the right field here. Still safe. Cannon Arm's been hiding out there in right field the entire series. So runners at the corner, one out, and now finally we see some life out of the dropouts here on Match of the Week. Trying to get that split. Starting to be more patient at the plate, and now that velo is starting to dip for the starter. This is where you attack. Works a 3-0 count now. Perfectly located on the corner. Likes to go with the slider. This one's going to be in the zone. Swung on late. Now it's a full count and a big pitch coming. Looks like forkball, and it's going to find its way into the zone. Is it swung on? It is. Is it going to drop? It doesn't. And he keeps the runner at third as well. A respectable arm out there in center field. And now 2 outs. This is still one of those situations where you desperately need a hit here. At least get one more run on the board as you're into the top of the 6th inning here. Just outside, good eye. Tense at the plate. Swung on, it's up the middle and it's going to work. So a run comes through and the lead is just 4 now. And the dropouts right here. Still with a chance to do some damage. A decent batter at the plate. Runners on first and second. That's pretty good speed at second if he can find a gap. Only 96 on the 4-seam now. If you're the dropouts here, before that reliever comes in, this is where you really, I mean, a home run would be huge, but at least try to find a gap here on this swing.
Yeah, I mean, even a gap here, you put another 1 or 2 runs up, and this is wow.
Weird slide, and he's going to round for home, and he throws it to the cutoff, so he is safe. So 3 runs are in now for the dropouts, and surely he pulls this pitcher out in this situation. Yep, smart play. He needs runs, and he's got a good opportunity here It's the pinch perfect Ella Woods.
Yeah, it looked like he was going for the diving dive, and somehow got the knee dive animation, which is a little bit weird.
Yeah, I think that's an animation you can only get with Dive Wizard too. I might have that wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the only way you can get it. Swung on way outside there. Swung on way outside again, so he gets the strikeout that he needs. He brings in that reliever, and the reliever does their job. 3 runs do come in, though, for the dropouts, and now we have a little bit of a game on our hands again. It's going to be Lily Dew, who we didn't see in the first game, come in as a reliever. Looks like the strongest relief pitcher in that pen. And she's desperately going to try to hold this lead at 3, as it looks like the dropouts have found their bats a little bit. 4-pitch arsenal, no curveball, but change up, 2 fastballs and a slider. Also has walk prone. Slider well located, popped up towards center field. And there's the first out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Great, getting that first out of the way, especially after getting those few runs last inning. Just want to make this as quick as possible and just keep at it.
That one nailed, but shortstop's able to get it. Just kept curving towards him. Yeah, no doubt. That's a big point to make, is when you have an inning like that where you start to crawl back, there's nothing better you can do than get out of this pitching as fast as you can, because you feel comfortable at the plate, and a long inning on the mound can kind of have you lose that mojo a little bit when you step back up to the dish. This one's popped up. Second baseman ranges over easily, and that's what Malik does exactly. He scores 3, and then he gets a quick inning on the mound. He steps back up, and look at that. He's got 1, 2, 3 up in the order. Relief pitcher's only got 3 pitches and pretty middling stats. This is very much a pitcher you can get to. Swings on the curveball that was well located on the first pitch. And rally starter is engaged now. 2 for 3 with 2 singles, doing his job with that rally starter trait. If a couple get on, this relief pitcher does have rally stopper. Swung on to first and put away easily by Ramirez. So I believe just 4 pitches, and that's already 2 outs.
Absolutely. I mean, I'd love to see the Beholder slow it down a little bit, take more pitches. You know, because that's where it seems like he's been excelling, you know, when he's more patient.
Yeah, no doubt.
And even laying off the borderline strikes. And that's, yeah, heavily hit ball.
Yeah, hit well, but out. Able to put it away easily is the center fielder. So we're into the bottom of the 7th now. Only two more opportunities for the dropouts to get back in this game at the plate. 3 more chances to swing it for J3. He's got a locked-in pitcher. It looks like he's debating on pulling, but decides to leave it in. I mean, he's locked in. Look at those juicy batting stats. He's got 5 contact.
For sure.
And this is a masher here. Swung on late. The velo difference is very notable from that starter to this reliever. Looks like he's got about 70 velo on this reliever after pumping probably 30 velo or so is what that starter had. Slider not super well located, but he's able to get him to line out to first. Mojo is up now for the reliever. Only 13 pitches and trying to get out of this inning quickly yet again. Ooh, that one was meaty. Swung on the cutter inside. That's that put away pitch. And now stepping back up, 6 outs to play with, needs 3 runs. Once again, the dropouts are leading in hits, but down in runs just like game 1. This is still a reliever, even locked in, that you can really get to, especially compared to all the velo that starter had. That should look relatively slow on the mound now. This one's well located, though. Tough, though, when J3 is hitting corners like this. Once again.
Sure.
Yeah, J3's pitching. He's pitching enough on the corners that it's one of those sort of ball games where you feel like you're just not getting any pitches to hit.
Absolutely, and now is the time of the game where he has to be probably a little bit more aggressive. Probably has to open his strike zone up a little bit, and you know it's getting tougher now because the balls just he seems to be hitting his corners a little bit better later in the game.
Yeah, he's brought this reliever in and has been absolutely dotting so far. Really, both games in the series, even though the dropouts have 2 and 3 runs, J3's pitching is really looking Von Asen level so far, and that's a scary situation with the way we know he can bat. Swung on, that one's over to second. Moving fastball got inside and on the hands, and now Axford comes up. Low curveball watch, good eye there from Malik. Once again, a good corner pitch. Looking at the two-seam now, that one's going to look tough. And he does get the swing because of it, put away at first base. And now into the bottom of the 8th. It's been 3 shutout frames for the dropouts. Pitching-wise, J3's been quiet at the plate, but he's got a 3-run lead. Still able to play loose and free at the plate. The velo proven to be an issue so far. Lily Dew on the mound. Slider, hammer but foul. Checks it, almost swung at the slider all the way in the dirt. 1-2 count now, letting him sneeze. Using the snot to juice up the ball, and now the cutter inside once again. That moving cutter must be looking juicy to J3. That's 2 swings on one way inside. Good slider.
I mean, absolutely. There's definitely some good junk on this pitcher. It's tough for anyone to kind of catch up with the movement of this ball, the horizontal movement.
Tough out is engaged. Watches that one though, 1-2. I would expect a fastball here. Goes with the slider again. A lot of off speed getting used, and that at bat after all the cutters were causing issues. I'm surprised to see that. And he hits it back up the middle, so with 1 out, J3's got a runner on. It's been a while since he's done much at the plate after that really loud inning in the 4th or 5th, I believe. Swung on just foul, luckily for him. That could have been a double play. Slider yoked over to left field, and now 1 out, 2 are on. J3 starting to come alive at the plate yet again. That's 2 hits on sliders. We'll see if he keeps using that. And now we see a pinch hitter. A lot of power. Good 4-seam. Neutral now is Lily Dew. Gotta be careful here if you're Malik. That one's hammered left field, ranging back there. Can he get to it? And it's barely grabbed. And he delays his throw to third, and he's gonna be safe at third because of it. So now runners are on the corner. We'll see if that pays any dividends for the Enemigos if they're able to get that run through.
Definitely some high IQ base running there. Just all you need is a second, you know, and you have some good speed there too. Stade being a bigger stadium. It was a great move there to get him to third.
Once again, swings on that cutter inside, finds himself in a 1-2 count now. Lily Dew on the mound, trying to get this last out. Get her team back up to the plate, and that throw not coming in time, leading to that runner getting to third. Ends up paying off for the Enemigos. That probably wouldn't have been a run, but now it is, and it's up to 4. That's now twice in this series we saw some decisions from Malik throwing it that turned into a run. We saw that steal that went into the outfield in game 1, and now we see a stutter over there in left field bringing into third turn into a run. Both came in the late innings of the ball game as well. Curveball's chopped into the dirt, thrown over to first easily as the reliever Ruben came in with that high junk, low velo, able to get the out. Down 4 here in the top of the 9th. The dropout's already down. They're 0-1 to start their season. They've got 3 outs to play with, trying to put up 4 runs and get a split here. J3 trying to start off the same way we all want to and get a sweep to start his season. Rodriguez still on the mound, locked in. Swung on up the middle, and that's how you want to start it. Lead off single.
Best possible start, and you don't want to get too crazy here. You know, like I don't know what the speed's like on first base. We're gonna see in a second here, but you know, you can't get it all in one swing here. So just you want to smart at bat, be patient, not like that. I think he could have waited for a better pitch there.
He just brought the reliever in, but surely he's going to have to pull him here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, can't think about extras right now. So that reliever came in, got 1 out on 2 pitches, and then left. That was a good curveball in that last at bat. Two-seam finds its way into the corner. Brian Murphy at the plate, pretty much no power, but a lot of contact. Finds himself in an 0-2 count now, trying to desperately stay out of that double play ball. This one's well located on the corner. You kidding me? Perfect pitch.
Unbelievable pitch. Yeah, I mean, not much you can do. I mean, even if Malek puts his bat to that ball, it's in such a location that the chances of it being like a difference-making play, at best he's going to get like a single, like a trickling single somewhere, or like a bloop or something.
Yeah, the way that the corners give you a deduction on your power, whenever someone's actually able to dot it in the corner like that, sometimes it doesn't matter how good of a reticle you put on it.
Exactly.
So 1 out to play with after that leadoff single. Nothing else has happened. We see another pinch hitter come here.
Oh.
Dove on at second, dropped. And that's good because there was not a whole lot of speed coming down first base line. That probably would have been out. So now, if he's able to get one more runner arm right here, he's a swing away from tying it, and he's got his 2-hole hitter up. Swung down the line, but foul. Dropouts making it a little bit interesting here late in the 9th. Pressure bars are at 4. Well located again, swung on. Is it going to drop? Espinal is in, and it does drop, and he sends him home, but he's got a cannon arm. Ooh, luckily it was offline, or that would have been close. Oh, look who it is. In this moment, it's Mulligan, and it's best on best. Look at this matchup with a swing away, a chance to tie this game here in the 9th on our AA match of the week. Malik has made it interesting. Come on, give it to us.
Look at the stats on this pitcher, man. This is something.
Oh, field. It's back towards the wall. It hits the wall. Wow. Oh, that would have been so epic. But now he lives to fight another day. And now look at these stats at the plate. A home run here, and it's a lead-taking home run. It's a go-ahead home run. Can't get out, though. 2 outs. Swung on late, 102 from this closer. Slider might be in the zone. It's just outside. Great eye. 2-1. Swung on late, 2-2. Possible last pitch coming here. Dropouts trying to get one more hit. They swing on it way up top, and they showed life there in the 9th. Excellent job from Malik to come back and make that thing interesting. Almost won it with a home run, but it bounced off the wall, and J3 like that is able to get his enemigos on the board to start off the season 2-0, and Malik falls to 0-2 against one of the league's best.
Yeah, I mean, it got a little bit. The end of that game was, I mean, that felt like 2 different games we just saw in game 2 there. That was an unbelievable ending to that game. Sadly, I think the Beholders ran out of time probably there. It looked like momentum had definitely flipped on his side, but wow, what an amazing 2 games. And really, if I'm Jay, I'm really excited to be out of here with the sweep.
Right, yeah, J3, I think by the end of that actually still ended up getting out hit from Malik. And in the first game, we couldn't see J3's perspective on the pitching, but Malik was pitching well, and J3 was able to get a little bit of help. It seemed like the RNG was on his side a little bit. In that second game, it seemed like that starter was really cruising for the enemigos, but when the relievers came in, all of a sudden the dropouts started doing some damage. And then that, like you said, it's almost like he ran out of time because he finally put up a fight there in the 9th inning, and then you bring in that horse of a closer, and good luck hitting that. He almost did it. He almost did the impossible and actually hit a home run off of that guy, but it ends up hitting the wall, so it's tough for Malik. He was just a couple of feet away from tying that game, and we would still be in the 9th inning right now in the bottom. But overall, we got a split on AAA, and now we see 2 close games here in the AA, and I think that's an excellent way to start season 19. But what time is it? Yeah, we're already 15 minutes past the XBL, so I'll give you your last little shout out, then we'll get us out.
I'm nothing left for me. Very excited about this XBL matchup coming up. Definitely tune in. These are two high power. You get the title defense going on here with a high powered offense in the Moon Kingdom. Really excited to round out the rest of this match of the week. So.
Yeah, it's Moon Kingdom, it's Pizza Volcano, and Spaceman, our last season's XBL World Series champion, who both played each other in the playoffs last year, and Spaceman was able to get a reverse sweep, or else Pizza might have found themselves in the championship. So there's a little bit of blood between these two and a little bit of history after last season. Y'all make sure you tune in. It's two of the best hitters. It actually is the two best hitters of season 18 in the XBL, squared off on Match of the Week. So it was really fun for AA and AAA. We'll get us out of here. Y'all make sure you tune in to XBL. Then floodgates are open, baby. Let's play ball. So y'all enjoy the XBL set, and we'll see y'all here in just a bit.